Hello. So what the intro to paint lesson is, and it goes into creating your name in paint. It comes from, we're going to do this together in class, but if you're watching this, you can just follow along. What we're doing is we're going through all of the tools that go along with paint, and then you're going to take those tools and create your name. So if you go down here to the bottom search bar and we put in the word paint, it'll come up. It looks like it's got a painter's palette. So if you click on it, this is what they call your canvas. And we're going to go over these types of things up here and the colors, etc. So we'll start with something really simple. We're going to start with the pencil. If you go here, and it's exactly what it sounds like. It's just a pencil, and you can just click, hold, and drag. If I want to make it bigger, it says size. I can change the size of it. And then if I want to change the color, see it says color 1. So you want to change the color, and then I'll change the size again just so you can see. So you can just play around with the pencil tool. All right, go ahead and stop this if you want to play around with it a little bit. Now, there's several ways you can erase. The first way is if you go to eraser. The problem with this one is that it does not do very big. So, I mean, you can go like this and keep doing it. The second way you can erase is if you, hold on, I don't think you can see it. Up here at the very top, there is an undo and a redo button, so I can undo until it goes away. And then I'm going to redo it for a second. And then the third way you can get rid of it is if you go to the select tool, and then you you click, hold, and drag, and you hit backspace. Delete. It will go away. So those are 3 ways that you can delete something. All right, the next one we're going to do is the circle tool, which is pretty simple. So if I click, hold, and drag, I can put a circle and make a circle, whatever I want it to be. If this dotted line box goes away, there is no way to continue editing anything. So right now, since that box is here, if I changed it to yellow, I could change all of this stuff at this point because that line is here. However, if I click off of it and it's there, I can do whatever I want and nothing is going to happen. There's no way to select it and get rid of it. Paint there's not a whole lot of undoing and redoing. You have to know what you want to do at the time that you do it. So, I'm going to select this, and I am going to hit delete, and it's going to go away. So, circle, square, rounded square, these all work pretty much the same way. So here's a rounded square. Okay. Now, there are some really cool things, though, that you can do. The first is, right now, this is an outline. So it's on the outside of the shape, and it is an outline. And we want it to look as a solid color we can make it look like a crayon, a marker, oil, watercolor, pencil. If you want to have it everything in pencil, you can do that. The other cool thing is that, see here with color 2, it's white. But if I click on color 2 and click on yellow, and then go here to where it says fill and say solid color, crayon, marker. So there is it in pencil. So you can take and do lines and fills at the same time and change it around to the style. So now the next thing is that if you went here to select and you selected this and I hit delete, it turns yellow. Hopefully you figured out the reason why it turns yellow is because color 2 is yellow. So if I made color 2 pink, or purple I guess, and did the same thing, it would be purple. If I go back to white, I would click on it or select it and go back to white. So that works for pretty much all of these shapes. So you have, you can have a triangle shape, you can have a diamond shape, pentagon, octagon, or no, septagon, arrows. And see, remember, I can, since that one is still done, I can change my fill color to that. I can change my size. It's already that. And maybe I want this one to be more marker. So you can play around with all this stuff. So you can see this, and then if you see this little down arrow here, we also have hearts, which everybody loves, and everybody loves the lightning bolt. So you can play around with all of those things. Oh, here's a thought bubble. This one's always a big one too. Everybody likes to have thought bubbles. Stars. There's all kinds of them. So these are all your different shapes that you can do. You can change both the line and the fill, and you can change the style that it is to solid, crayon, marker, oil, natural pencil, and watercolor. Alright, so now I'm going to go back here and I'm going to go to white, and I am going to, whoops, hit the wrong button. I'm going to go to select, and I'm going to go here and hit delete. Alright, so now the next thing that we're going to use is the, I guess we'll use, since we're over here and we did shapes, this shape here is the curve shape. Now, it's very deceiving because basically what's going to happen is I'm going to click here and I'm going to drag, and you're going to be like, well, that's not a curve. However, if I put my cursor right on top of it, click, hold, I can make a curved line. Now you only get 2 chances to do it. So like I can go like this, and then I can go over here and I can try to curve it again some way. But as soon as I let go now, it's done. I can't curve it anymore. You get 2 chances to curve it the way you want it to do. So you can just practice with it. You can change your color. We'll do this, and we're going to go to solid color, and we'll do, oops, wrong one. So we'll do that one, and you know, maybe something like that is the kind of curve you're looking for. So you can play around with the curve also, and then that takes care of all of our shapes. Okay, the next one we will do, we'll just go through these quickly, is the brushes. If you click on the brushes, there are several styles, and if you put your cursor right on top of it, it will tell you what style it might be. So this one's a crayon, a marker, a pencil. So we're going to go here, and I'm going to make a shape. Okay, now I want to change the color, and I'm going to go to the paint bucket. And the paint bucket will fill any closed shape. It has to be closed. So if I click here and then click there, and then I change it again, let's do gray, and put it there, that's fine. So you can take and make your own drawing kind of shape and then still fill it in. So now what will happen is sometimes you'll go like this, and you're going to go like this, and you'll say, oh, okay, I want to fill that in. We'll fill it in with yellow. Well, look what happens. It fills everything in because it's not a closed shape. So if I would close that shape, and I go back and do the same thing, it'll stay just in that shape. Very important. So if it goes everywhere, then that's one of those things that you need to watch out for. The last thing I guess that I'll show you at the moment is if you go to select, and I showed you how you can select things, but you can also rotate them and flip them, and if you want to resize them, you can do it here. Like I can say, oh, I want it to be 50%. Hit OK. Now, do we remember why this is red back here instead of white? It's because color 2 is on red. Alright, enough said. I think that's most of the stuff that we're just introducing to at the moment. So we're going to change this to white, and we are going to hit delete. Alright, so what I want you to do is go to the A, which is text. And I want you to drag a big, huge box. And then I want you to type your name. So I'm going to put Dr. J. And it's in yellow, but that's fine if I wanted it to be. But we're going to make it black. And we're going to go over here, and if you go right inside this box, and you put in like the number 150, it'll make it much bigger. It depends on how, I would fill the page. It depends on how many words you have, or letters, I should say. So, I can do 400 probably and still have enough. And then what I'm going to do is choose a really thick font. So I suggest you use something like this bold font here. I'm going to change this to 300. Alright, so now what the name in Paint is that you're going to take and make your name, and I want you to use all of the tools in Paint on your name.